Hello coin collectors out there, welcome back to the Big D Coins channel. In this video we're going to talk about dimes that were made from 1965 until 1967. Before we get into those details, please do subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Just like everyone else on YouTube, I'm trying to build those subscribers, spread the word about my channel. So I'd greatly appreciate it if you'd subscribe it, share it with a friend, tell somebody about it, greatly appreciated. All right, let's get into this video. So 1960s, there was a lot of interesting stuff going on in the coin collecting world in the 1960s. That's why you might notice there's a lot of the 1960 coin videos on this channel. The ones that we're going to focus on today are the 65 until 67 Roosevelt dimes. Now, as you can see, this book right here, it's one of the Whitman's official coin collecting folder. It starts in 1965. Now, there's a reason for that. Previous to 1965, the coins were actually made out of silver. Then starting in 1965, they took the silver out. So previous to 1965, from 1946 until 1964, the Roosevelt dimes had 90% silver in them. So that's what I've got in this little canister roll right here. This is where I keep my silver dimes. And then after 1964, starting 1965, they went to a mostly copper coin, so that really kind of took a lot of the fun out of it. Let me open up this folder, and I'm going to pull out two coins to just focus on and use as kind of props for this video. It's going to be a 1966 dime and a 1967. Now, there was a lot going on in the 1960s. As I said, one of the main issues that the mint was having was that there was a shortage of coins. So there was just a big shortage. There wasn't enough circulating coins out there for the people to use and buy and purchase stuff with them. Now, this was happening after World War II. After World War II, the United States, the victors in World War II, had a big economic boom because all the soldiers returned home. They were able to produce a lot of stuff because no one in Europe was producing anything, and then ship those around the world. So big economic boom in the 1960s, real shortage of supply of coins. So what they did for the Roosevelt dimes, step one was they took out the silver so that people would hoard less of them. Because people knew that the value of silver was increasing, they got these dimes. They're like, I don't want to spend these because these could be worth more than a dime, so they didn't. There wasn't enough coins getting around in circulation, so they took out the silver from them. Step two was they removed the mint marks. So as you can see, these coins right here don't have a mint mark. And if you actually go back to the Whitman's folder that I was originally started with, as you can see, these coins right here, there are no options for the mint mark from 1966 until 1967. When we go over 1968, we've got the Denver mint mark that appears back on them. So no mint marks was the step number two that the mint did. Step number three was that they replaced the proof coins with some special mint sets. So they cut back on producing the proof coins to save some money, but they made some special mint sets to satisfy the coin collectors out there. So they made special mint sets from 1965, 66, and 67. Now the amount of mint sets they made were 2.3 million in 1965, 2.2 million in 1966, and 1.8 million in 1967. Those special mint sets were kind of a hybrid of between a proof coin and like a brilliant uncirculated coin. Some of them earlier on had more of a satin finish to them, and then later on had a kind of a brilliant finish to them. So those coins didn't have any mint marks on them. They were made and sold at a premium. A lot of people bought them, and they were kind of forgotten once the proof sets started returning. Now, the proof sets will have kind of a uniform satin kind of glossy finish to them, versus these special mint sets are just kind of a weird combination in between. And then the fourth and final thing that they did to really increase the supply of coins was they jacked up the mintages. 1967 is the highest mintage Roosevelt dime coin out there. So the 1967, it won't have a mint mark on it. There were 2,224,007,320 of those produced. There were also over a billion that were produced in 1966 and 1965. So the 1967 is going to be the highest mintage out of any of the Roosevelt dimes. If you're curious, the lowest mintage was the 1955 dime, in which there were only 12 million made. That's second to the 1996 W West Mint coin, but that doesn't really get counted generally. So 1967 highest mintage coin. Just to kind of recap those four things that the mint did to boost the coins in circulation, where they removed the silver, they removed the mint marks, they produced special mint sets instead of proof sets, and they also jacked up the mintages, really upped the mintages, started producing over a billion dimes for those 3 years. All right, everyone, that's all I've got for today's video. If you're into coin collecting, please do check out some of the other videos on this channel. Thank you very much, everyone. Take care and have a great day out there. Enjoy.